everybody, my name is Kelly with Heartful Way Reiki. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am a Reiki master, certified life coach and yoga teacher, and as well as I've led meditation and studied meditation for years. And my mission here is to share empowerment tools with women anywhere from 40 to 60. And if you're outside these age ranges, that's okay too. But I'm here to share the tools of empowerment that I've used in my life to pretty much create the life I love. And that's what I'm here to talk about today, is that my latest project, which is a little booklet or downloadable PDF that I created with the seven tools that I have used and that I have found that give me great strength and resiliency and tenacity to go out and really just go after the things that I wanted to do in my life and really to create this life that I love. And I named the book, the little PDF download, 7 Tools to Create the Life You Love. And I want to let you know what my 7 tools are. And there's so many spin-offs and so many more so much more information to this, but I'm going to include the downloadable PDF below in the description, so please scroll into that description to find that. But my 7 tools are, and these can be in any order, okay, but this is how I have them listed in the book. So the first one is to develop a spiritual practice, and I really feel like having a spiritual practice in your life really helps us dive into that voice, that inner voice, our higher self, that divine light and guidance that's within us all. So developing a spiritual practice of prayer, of contemplation, of reflection, studying sacred text, anything spiritual, spiritual growth will really help you in having a part of that foundation to create the life you love. The next thing is meditation, and why I think meditation is so important is it helps to manage your emotions as well as manage your anxiety and manage that monkey mind of thought. It reduces stress, anxiety, and all that good thing. But a consistent meditation practice is another key, is one of my key 7 things to creating the life you love. The third thing is yoga, or any kind of movement. But the reason why I like yoga is a few different things, but yoga helps us discharge energy. And what I mean by that is we're stressed and we hold these emotions within our bodies. And what yoga does, it gives us the practice of, through the movements, it helps us to discharge that energy so we're not holding it on to into our bodies anymore. Yoga helps for us to create space for our subtle energy to move within our body. And then yoga helps us to practice on the mat the breathing, breath work. The mind doesn't know whether you're in a state of physical stress or a state of situational stress. So when we go through the yoga postures and our yoga practice, what we're doing is we're putting our bodies in a stressful situation, and we are time and time again directed and redirected back to the breath, back to that breathing. Hold the pose. We're only going to be here for a short while, and then we relax our mind and body with the breath practice. There's so much more to yoga. It's a very spiritual practice as well. We can use it as that in our lives, but those are the few main points why I think yoga is another foundational tool to help us be empowered and help us create the life that we love. The fourth thing is journaling. I really believe in the power of writing out our thoughts. When I write in my journal, I know that's an unconditional accepting place for me to share my thoughts, to share any worries or anxiety. Journaling, my journaling practice has to do with gratitude, or picking out things from the day before that were fun, exciting, how blessed I am to have this life. So I've really used journaling to manage and deal with my emotions, stay grateful, and I've just used it as a tool to just record my life, because I really find a lot of joy in that. The next thing is nutrition. And nutrition, I really believe, is what we eat can really play an instrumental part on how we're feeling and how we're creating and how we're living in the world. So to feel good, and to when we feel good, we look good, we want to be out more in the world, we're more creative, we can just think better. So nutrition is a key part in building that foundation to be empowered and go out and live the life that you want to live, the life of your dreams. Shifting your mindset, finding practices to shift your mindset and to stay in a positive frame of mind. I believe this is a constant practice, a practice that you need to be consistent with, something I'm constantly reading or finding ways to be able to shift my mindset, to lean more to the positive. We have more positive experiences than negative, but because how we are made as a human species, we tend to look for the negative because we are looking for a way to protect ourselves from the dangers in the outside world. Well, we don't really need to see that as much as we used to, but as when we were first evolving as a human species, but that has stayed with us. So finding ways to help shift your mindset, and there's so many books out there, and so many fun things that you can do to shift that mindset. And then finally, the seventh one is I have learned the language of energy. And one of the greatest journeys I went on is when I started studying the works of Carolyn Myss, and I studied Anatomy of the Spirit, and I've read and reread and studied again this writing of this book, because we need to know and even get a glimpse of how energy works. Our thoughts are energy, our emotions are energy. There's the chakra system, and we can start to learn and delve in and learn how we work as a human being in so many different contexts, that the language of energy is so important. We are more energy than matter. And when you start diving and going down this going on this little quest of energy work, energy medicine, finding out how the subtle realm works, it can be very enlightening, and how we're all connected. And it's just, I think it's imperative that we start learning that, and putting those little pieces together. I also put a little page in here about how to put all this together. Where should you start? Resources that you can use to find ways, because hey, what worked for me may not work for you, because I love a sitting silence meditation. For example, you may be somebody that likes to do a walking meditation out in nature. So there's so many different ways to come at all these 7 points, but I really believe, and I found that when I do these practices and do them consistently, that they really perform. The outcomes of them are just miracles happening. I'm so much happier, I'm grounded, I'm stable, I'm more loving, I'm more kind, I'm more patient. I have just a better view on life. So again, I have this PDF booklet available to you. Go right down into the description, and I have a link for it right there. And I'd love for you to take it, read it, and implement any of these 7 into your life today so you can start creating a life by design, one that you love, and to be empowered. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great day. And again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Like and subscribe, and watch out for my next video. Thanks, guys. Love you all.